There we go. Oh, yes. This is the Halloween special. No, this is not a game. You're now locked in with Jigsaw on the Fresh and Funky Halloween Spectacular. Some teams just did not make it past the games this weekend. Tom Brady did not make it past Thursday night. Derek Carr did not make it past the Big Easy on Sunday. Stafford and the Rams, they were slaughtered like the lion and the lamb. And Aaron Rodgers, he keeps thinking it's a game. Well, Aaron, it's not a game. Your team is not winning the NFC Norris. Because you know why? Do you like that? Kirk Cousins style. It's come. And yes, there has been a lot of teams in college football that have been playing like their lives were a game. They should be taking it more seriously. But they don't pay attention. But yes, today we are here to talk about the spooky-tacular games. So let's begin, shall we? With some news and notes from today. Roquan Smith was in Chicago, but where he woke up was not in Chicago. He's in a city where they love their crab cakes. He's in a city where there is a harbor. He's going to a defense that was led by the almighty Raiders. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Roquan Smith was taken. And now he is transformed into Baltimore. See, the city of Chicago always likes to play games, much like the politicians. Yes, they all play games, but who suffers? The common folk. See, no one cares. Therefore, why do they? Then you have Tom Brady. Tom. You should have been more involved with your family. But you know, because Tom loves the game so much, he sacrificed the people he loved the most. His family. No wonder why your team is suffering, Tom. You can put on all the Marciano bullshit bravado you can. Really, Brady, you're suffering. Suffering worse than you ever suffered. But that is the deal that you take when you can't leave the game. When you just can't leave the game. Aaron Rodgers, you think getting high and thinking with your in tune with your spirituality is going to get you through this game? Oh, sir, you are sorely mistaken, Rodgers. You and this other guy I know, always talking about people are biased when they are the ones that are biased. They march to beat to their own drums, act as though they are untouchable. Aaron, this game you will not survive. The Las Vegas Raiders. Boy, have they fallen from grace. Had a playoff caliber season. Now you bring in the Josh McDaniels, and you bring in Derek Carr's college roomie, Devontae Adams. They brought in Chandler Jones on the defense. And still the Raiders are trapped in the Sin City box of horror. The Raiders didn't even amount to any points on the board this week. The first time they've been shut out in nearly 6 years. So was it truly John Gruden's fault for the team's demise or it is the curse of your beloved Al Davis, who continues to play the sick and methodically twisted game from the grave? The Houston Texans. We knew that this town is nothing but whores after the debacle of the Drake and Travis Scott. Houston hasn't been the same. Oh yes, the Astros are in the World Series. But will they win this game? H-Town is a beloved city, but it also is a city full of sorrow and remorse. The Texans have no leadership. They have never done right by their players. You can say it's about a race, but I think it's more than that. And now the people once again have to suffer. And why? Is it their fault? Did they start this? No. The New York Jets. You thought you were the second in line in this division, but you still cannot beat old man Belichick. Zach Wilson is nothing more than a punk who pretends to parade around as your leader quarterback. You should have put in the Streveler. I gave you the keys to win with Streveler, but you kept with Zach. Therefore, you had to feel the defeat by the Patriots. And I'm not talking about the Donald Trump QAnon Patriots, okay? Nancy and Joe and Kamala. Oh, we have a lot to talk about. Not in the sports realm, but all over the whole realm. Everybody wants to play games, but nobody wants to accept the consequences for their actions. There is consequences for good and bad actions. But you, as people, do not want to believe because you love to be deceived. Yes. You say otherwise, but you truly mean this. The sporting world had a lot of frights. Some injuries, some tricks, and some teams got the treats. Let me read you off some performers that deserved some treats, shall we say. Some treats. Some treats from within. We start at the quarterback position. We have Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts from the Philadelphia Eagles. He was 19 for 28, 285 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 rushes for 10 yards. Next, we have Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa was 29 of 36, 382 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, 5 rushes, 19 rush yards, and 0 interceptions. The next quarterback that deserves a treat is Dak Prescott for the Dallas Cowboys. Prescott was 21 and 27, 250 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 5 rushes, 34 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Honorable mention, but did not win, Kyler Murray from the Arizona Cardinals. 31 of 44, 326 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 6 rush yards for 36 yards. All right, let's go to our running backs. Tony Pollard, 14 rushes, 131 yards, and 3 big tutties. Derrick Henry, where King Henry still reigns in that division. Fuck you, Jonathan Taylor, dick riders. Derrick Henry, 32 rushing attempts, rushing yards, rushes, for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Is that sound like a regressing running back from you supposed? Where is Jonathan Taylor? Perhaps I have him locked up in my game since he thinks he is better than King Henry. The next running back that definitely deserves a treat is definitely the San Francisco treat. Or should I say the Santa Clara treat? Christian McCaffrey, or better known as CMC, he passed for a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. He also rushed for 18 rushes for 94 yards and a rushing touchdown. 8 receptions for 55 yards and a receiving touchdown. So he did the trifecta for the running back here perspective. So he deserves definitely the big ups. And we got Alvin Kamara from the Saints. He had 18 rushes for 62 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 9 receptions, 96 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Now, that right there was just some. And obviously, receivers, let's talk about A.J. Brown. 3 receiving touchdowns for A.J. Brown. Man, he was just going off. And Tyreek Hill. Who knew he could jump? Who knew Tyreek could go out the air like me? Look, I'm Tyreek. I'm Tyreek Hill. Man, oh man, we had some great performers. But we had a lot of people that were very disappointing, that's for sure. A lot of disappointing, type of performances, especially by some quarterbacks that, are supposed to be top tier quarterbacks. So, college football, there was a lot of beatdowns. Oklahoma State, the Cowboys, uh, horrible beatdown, horrible beatdown. Penn State, covered the points, but did not win in style points and lost to Ohio State. Georgia did what they do best and beat up on them Gators. We had just a lot of mainly blowouts, mostly in college football. Yeah, not too many big, close games. TCU won by 10. That was a much closer game, but I thought that was going to be a trap game. Um, Other than that, really not too many upsets as far as upsets in the top 25 is concerned. But we got a very, very ghoulish matchup this weekend. We have the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs going against tied for number two with the Ohio State is the Tennessee Volunteers. So the Volunteers have got to go all the way to the between the hedges and try to secure a dub and a chance to go into the SEC championship game and also put themselves rightfully in the driver's seat for the BCS championship. So lots to come down to as we're getting closer and closer to the end of college football season, and we'll be coming to the beginning of college basketball, which I love the Midnight Madness, where it is just crazy on the hardwood, and and exactly, I'm talking like I have a English accent, but that's because this is the character I'm playing today. This is Jigsaw. Jigsaw he's not from America. He has a British accent. Don't know exactly where in Britain I'm from, but maybe you would just let that go for a second, okay? All right. People want to ask too many questions. You wonder why you end up in Jigsaw's dungeon, okay? Too many questions, that what happens. Curiosity killed the cat, okay? That's just an old, not wise tales, okay? It's true to the date. All right, so let's talk about today's game. We got Monday Night Football here, Halloween special, trick or treat here in Cleveland, Ohio, a battle of the Ohio's. when you have the Bengals coming into town to play the Cleveland Browns. You got Brownie the Elf. And you got the Cleveland Browns. They're kind of reeling on defense. Got a lot of injuries there. And you got Joe Burrow without his main man, his main wingman, Jamar Chase. But he's still got T. Higgins and he's still got Tyler Boyd. And he's still got Joe Mixon. And they have that defense that, is playing well. Not as tight as they love to be like last year, tight and just crushing it down here. But that's so we got that game going on tonight. We have NBA. We have some NBA action on the hardwood. Yes, on the hardwood. I said hardwood. Let's go through the games right now. Let's look at it here. All right. It is though we have to type things in here. Yeah, well, rightfully so. Here we're gonna get up in here, get up all in the mix. Oh, college basketball. Oh, it is up on here. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you can only bet. Oh, okay. All right, now you can only bet on. Okay. You can only bet on. You can start betting who's gonna win the. I tried to bet Gonzaga last year. No, not gonna happen this year. But not here. Not gonna happen this year, mate. Nope, mate. Not gonna happen this year, mate. All right. Sorry about that. We got the hardwood here. We have the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Washington Wizards. We have the Sacramento Kings taking on the Charlotte Hornets. We have the Atlanta Hawks taking Toronto Raptors. Indiana Pacers, Brooklyn Nets, Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee Bucks. We have the Memphis Grizzlies, the Utah Jazz, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, we got the World Series tied up one game apiece here. We have Lance McCullers Jr. taking on Noah Syndergaard, aka Thor. The series has now moved to Philadelphia for 3 games, so might the Phillies gain some advantage tonight here. But the Astros are still the favorites on the run line. So, curious there. All right. And then we got hockey tonight. Let's bring down the hockey. Bring down the hockey here. We got the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings. Red Wings, like the wings. Like Red Bull gives you wings. Buffalo Sabres. Like a saber, like a sword. We have the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes. We have the Los Angeles Kings and the St. Louis Blues. So only 3 games on the ice tonight. Later this month on the 20th here, we got FIFA. We got the World Cup. So will be interesting there. We'll probably be talking about that as well here, even though I'm not a how you can say an expert. I'm no expert here as far as it goes. As far as going the yeah, I'm not a very good expert as far as soccer is concerned. I mean football. Football. FUTBOL. Not ball, bull. Okay, for all you people that want to canonize us Americans about saying, "Oh, that's not football." Football, 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 American football, football. Sounds similar, but definitely not the same. Okay, can we get that right? All right. So let's go look at these games here. Let's kind of break it down here. We got the Bengals, we got the Browns. All right, we got -3 here, so it looks like the Bengals here. Bengals are favored by 3 points here. Obviously, the Browns plus the 3 is plus even money. Browns on the money line is plus 139. If you're taking the Bengals on the money line, -172. We have an over under of 45. So, yeah, I mean, I think, Cleveland Browns, they got a lot of players that are injured right now. And this is my real voice talking, but Cleveland Browns definitely, they're not gonna just let the Bengals come in here and beat them up here. They're definitely gonna, they're gonna get a fight. They're gonna get a fight out here. It's as plain as can be. It's gonna be a fight. Gonna be a dog fight. Um, that's how it always is in divisional games. No matter if one team is more lopsided than the other, I think it always makes for good football, especially for us, us adults that want to watch that while we're handing out candy to people. But be careful of the candy that's out there. Make sure you're checking the candy if you're allowing your children or adults or whoever, and you make sure that this candy doesn't have, make sure it's not being fucked with. Okay, I'll just say that nicely. Okay. But 45 points here. I mean, I was on the under 47 points last night here with the Bills, and we'll get into my parlays of what I did yesterday. But 45 points. I think being that Browns defense is a little banged up, but I think the guys there and playing at home helps them a little bit. Bengals, Chase, that's gonna hurt a little bit, but I don't think it's not gonna hurt as much as people think it's gonna hurt because I think Burrow still believes in hitting T. Higgins and also Tyler Boyd. Maybe we see more of a Hayden Hurst gets involved. It gets some or somebody else like Michael Thomas, and I don't mean the one slant boy that went to Ohio State. I mean the Michael Thomas that plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I don't hate the -3, whether you want to take it on the Bengals or whether you think, maybe the Browns, maybe this being a weird game on Halloween, maybe the Browns do cover. But I like I'm always an under guy, and if Chase was here and this was a healthier game, I mean I don't know. I mean it's still it could scream over points because the Browns defense doesn't. But then do the Browns keep scoring enough? Because I know the Bengals can. I mean, we saw them last week, and Falcons were able to put some points on them as well. So I mean, 45. I mean, it's a little scary. I mean, you could take it, and maybe it goes over 46, which I think it could definitely go over that. But it all depends. It all depends on how the game goes down. If it's more of a competitive, or one team's going to score more than the other, but maybe the other team can put some points on the board that makes the push the over. But I'm a guy that always likes to take the unders. Like I said, I would take it all day here. -3 with the Bengals here is -120 here. That to me is easy bet here, easy peasy. But I don't hate people that think that the Browns are gonna have a shot. Okay, Thursday night we have the Philadelphia Eagles going into Houston. We'll give you the early line here. Well, it's 13 points right now. The Eagles are favored to win by 13. The Texans are plus 550 right now on the money line. The over under is 44 points. So, all right. Whew. Mask is getting a little bit too crazy. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Whew. I had to take that mask off, man. Oh, man. Whew. But yeah, I like the three. I'm pretty confident with the Bengals with the three here today. You know, if I'm not taking the three, I would take the under 45. That's just my lean. And fantasy wise, when I gave my advice out last week, I hope Connor put Brandon Ayuk in instead of Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis kind of did shit the bed. But the guy that asked me about the PPR one between Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, and Andy Dalton, I hope he listened to me by taking Kirk Cousins because Cousins, you know, he had a pretty good game. I mean, obviously a lot better than I mean, Dalton didn't. I don't think Dalton had too bad of a game either. So I mean, it was either Dalton or was either Cousins. I mean, because Derek Carr, he really shit the bed because I had him in fantasy and he did not do me well whatsoever. So so the all right. So we picked that here. We put the -3 here. We'll just put that as our lean right now. Um, I mean, Phillies here. I kind of want to take the Phillies here tonight here against the Astros. Kind of like to see Syndergaard here. I think and the over under is 8 runs here. I mean, I know in last game was kind of a lot of runs, but and I don't hate anybody who wants to take the under 8 runs because I mean I wouldn't mind taking that either because I think all right, but that's what I lean right now. I lean the Phillies. Ooh, they just locked up the they locked up the 76ers in the Wizards game right now. So okay, we'll kind of skip to that. We'll skip to come back to that one. Kings and Hornets here. Hornets are the underdog team here. Plus 3.5 here. I mean, I like the Kings a lot here, but I like the Hornets playing at home. So I'm gonna take Charlotte on the money line tonight. That's my lean, Charlotte on the money line. Um, and this is an interesting game here. You got the Atlanta Hawks and you got the Raptors. You know, historically and kind of on the road, the Hawks don't play. Hawks play better at home, but they tend to not play as well on the road. But I kind of like the Hawks money line tonight here. I mean, I know that's a whaling factor, and Toronto plays a little bit better at home. And I mean, I don't hate the over 223.5. I mean, you get Raptors -2.5, or you take the Hawks +2.5. Or you take the Raptors if you're like OVO and Drake and you like the Raptors. Hey, take that. We got the Pacers and we have the Nets here. Brooklyn Nets have not, you know, and it's 235 points. It makes me curious because usually when I see like 235s or 240s, I'm like, all right, that's quite a bit of points. But for these two teams, I think they both can score here. And Indiana. I think I want to say I picked Indiana. Picked Indiana. When was it? Oh yeah, I picked Indiana to have the under with the Nets here, and they're playing again. The under 240, and it went over here. So that's. And then I think before that, I took. Hmm. I don't know. I guess not here. But see, I took the under. I took the under there last time here. The under 240 here. These teams have played each other, obviously. This was on Saturday, so they've had a day of rest. So I mean, I feel like I should. I feel like I should take the over here. I feel like I should take the over here and just call it a day because I don't know if I want to take Atlanta on the. So we'll take the over 235 just because. Then we have the Pistons. We have the Pistons and we have the Bucks. I mean, Pistons last night they ended up getting a victory over the Warriors actually. So yeah, Roquan Smith over there. Roquan Smith, he was. Ooh. 76ers are losing 2 draft picks now because they tampering violation in free agency with PJ Tucker and Mr. House. Oof. Yeah, Pistons ended up winning. They ended up winning by 14 here, so kind of on a back-to-back tonight here. They're kind of on a back-to-back here against Milwaukee here. Milwaukee here. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take the under there. I want to take the under here between these two teams here. I know Milwaukee's generally plays slower pace, and so definitely lean the under there. We got the Memphis Grizzlies and the Jazz here. Grizzlies didn't do too well last time, but I like the -2. I like that -2 tonight here. I like that a lot here. Probably I'd say one of my favorite plays tonight besides the Atlanta one. I mean, I'd say Atlanta on the money line is another one of my, kind of plays I'm kind of liking right now as I'm seeing the numbers right now for the NBA. And we got the Rockets and the Clippers here. Two 224. Yeah. I mean, Kawhi's playing. If Kawhi's playing tonight and this and that, I think, because I know the Rockets played last night here. They put up 109 and they gave up 120. So that was 233. And you got an over under of 224. So I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do go under tonight here. They go under 224. But yeah. I mean, I took the under 224 and I took it over here. So maybe, just maybe, we take the over. We'll take the over 224. Just slip that there here. All right. All right. So okay. All right. All right. All right. So now, oh yeah, they got the Wizards and the 76ers. Okay. Well, the Wizards are on a back-to-back. They kind of got beat pretty decently. They lost by 18. They lost by 18 to the Celtics here, but they're coming home. They're playing the 76ers here. So um maybe since we're going Philadelphia money line here, we'll take Philadelphia money line. And how about we take we'll take the Sixers here. take the Sixers money line. We'll lean on the Sixers money line here. All right. So that's what we got there. All right. So we have NHL here. Let's see. Do I see? And any of these games, do I really see any hockey? And like I said, I'm not very you know tunes with it as far as hockey. I mean Red Wings. They seem to be a better team than they were last year. And the Sabres, same thing. So it's like, yeah, either way, can these two teams go under 6.5? I don't know. I would kind of lean that way because it looks like over under 6.5, six in the Capitals and Hurricanes, and six in the Kings and Blues here. So yeah, if I had to lean somewhere, I guess I would lean. I would lean under 6.5 for the Wings and the Sabres. Um, Capitals and the Hurricanes. I don't know. I'd probably lean Carolina on the goal line here. I know it seems kind of crazy. And the Blues and the Kings. Blues are a different team, but I would lean the Blues on the goal line as well here. But we can't do that here. And like I said, I'm not putting any of these hockey ones on here. So those are just my plays here. If I was gonna play and put them in a parlay, it'd be under 6.5. And I'd take the goal spread line with Carolina and the St. Louis Blues. All right. So now let's go to the NBA here. All right. So we took Philadelphia here. All right. So we got nine. We got nine here. I'm not somebody that's big into the nines here. So let's do something that we think. I'm gonna take off the Rockets and Clippers. I don't feel so so warm and fuzzy about that there. Um, Grizzlies, I like the -2 with the Grizzlies. I definitely there's no change there. Pistons and Bucks under 224.5. They're kind of on a back to back here. So um maybe I take off this Pacers and Nets here. I don't mind the Hawks money line here. Same thing with the 76ers money line, minus 138 now. I don't hate that. And Charlotte at home plus 128 here. And then I got the Phillies here. I got the Phillies money line. I kind of like that tonight as far as my baseball play. And the Bengals -3. I like that. It's -120. I like that. So I think we're gonna lock that in. We're gonna lock these 7 bets in right now. Oh, whoops. Whoops, I'm on the wrong one to make my bet here, so I gotta go log out here. But yeah, those are definitely my plays for the night here. I'll recap them again. I'll recap it again for everybody that didn't get to hear it or see it. Then I'm gonna make my so all right. So oh, there's a game that's not available here, so we gotta figure which game was that here. Make my. So, all right. So, all right. So, make my. So, all right. So, all right. So, make my. 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 So, all right. So Oh, the 76ers. 76ers here. All right, so it looks like they locked it. It looks like they locked up the 76ers game once again here. So changing the numbers here. So we'll kind of wait to lock it in here. I mean, I like these other bets here. I mean, these other bets that I have here. I think that's good because I don't really have a clear good feeling for the Pacers and Nets game here. Honestly, taking their Nets -8. I mean, they're kind of a mess right now. And Pacers, I mean, maybe they cover the 8, but I don't know. They're on a back to back. I don't like that. Rockets, the same thing. They're on a back to back here. Yeah. I mean, same thing with the Pistons here. I mean, Pistons on a back to back as well here. They ended up beating the Warriors here, but on the road, I mean, I don't know. It'd be a different story. All right. All right. So, well, while we're while we're kind of waiting on that here, while we're waiting on that to come in here, let's talk about some of the bets we had over the weekend here. Kind of go over the bets that we had, and just kind of just tell everybody what transpired here. All right, our first college bet here, we only won my early bird. I call it the early game special here on college football on Saturday. I only ended up winning one, which was the 0-8 Drake Bulldogs ended up beating Stetson, the Hatters here. The irony, right? But yeah, I mean they were 0 something, and hey, they definitely came up with a big dub here. And I was actually on two of those teams that were, I was on a few teams. I'll get into that. Syracuse kind of disappointed me. It was a pick 'em. I thought they were going to play better than that. I had the over 47 in that Central Connecticut game, which I should have took the under, but I should have just basically outright bet Central Connecticut State. Fordham lost by a point in overtime, so I can't be too mad. Hampton kind of lost by 2 scores, even though they were plus 800, so they were supposed to even get beat by worse. So yeah, we only won one game there, so that was not the business there. So all right, so our second college parlay, we took Campbell, the Fighting Camels. I just think that's kind of a funny name, a funny mascot name for a college. And I figured they probably could handle the 3 points, but no, they did not. They got beat. They got beat pretty good. So that disappointed me. My Merrimack Warriors, they've been a I started looking at them in college basketball, and then I started betting them a little bit here in college football. And so they ended up winning. They won 17-10, so they won by 7. So they covered the 6 points on the spread. Cornell, the Big Red, well, they didn't cover the spread against Princeton, and nor did I think they should have. I mean, Princeton, they're undefeated. Probably the best football team out the Ivy League this year is probably Princeton. I mean, you got Yale. Yale's not too bad either, but I'm just saying. I mean, I don't sit there and watch it either. Like people that I just want to bet on teams that you know, nobody really knows about. I mean, if you bet, I mean, obviously you're betting on the favorite games. You've got to obviously take the opposite of the favorites, unless somehow the favorite is not the favorite and is the underdog for some weird ass reason. Then you take that, but that being said, that didn't cash. Charlotte, the 49ers, they have a new coach. They fired their coach, so They got a big victory. They're plus 525. So, you know, like I said, if I could have put the Merrimack with the Charlotte with that Drake, you know, that would have been awesome. And then Montana lost by 3, so you know, a bad pick here either. So we won 2 out of 3, so we did better than our first pick. So that was that. And then we had our crazy bet here we where we bet Murray State Racers money line plus 460. They actually won. They actually outright won. They were one of the teams that haven't got a win. And then Bethune Cookman, they were winning all first half. They were plus 540, and then second half they couldn't do jack shit. And Houston Christian, they played tough the first half, but then they got smoked the second half. They were plus 930. I bet them before. I bet them the first game of the season because they were AKA used to be Houston Baptist. They didn't even win a game. They didn't even win a game last year, and they won, a couple games this year. So, I mean, if you were doing the futures on them, man, and you were to bet that they were going to win more than a game, oh man, you probably cash your money in right now. And then I bet Illinois State. They were playing North Dakota State pretty well, but then they just got blasted. So yeah, if I put Murray State, if I'd have put that Drake, and I would have picked those other two teams, and then I would have been sitting mighty pretty, mighty pretty. So we only won one there, so that was not very productive. And then we had basketball player prop. We had Keegan Murray to score over 16 and a half points. That cashed for me. Then we had James Wiseman to score over 9.5. He didn't. Had Trigger Trey. Had that Trigger Trey to score over 27 and a half points. That cashed. I had Tyrese Halliburton to score over 20 and a half points. He cashed. And then I had James Harden to hit over 2.5 3-pointers, and that was against the Bulls, and he didn't do shit that night. So that was a big L there. Then I took one last stab Saturday. Basically, I bet the Sacramento Kings money line. It was basically NBA college football parlay. I took Sacramento Kings money line. They ended up winning plus 138. Then I had the under 240 in the Pacers and the Nets, and that went over. I had the Chicago Bulls money line plus 116. They lost. I had the Grizzlies minus 3. This is where they lost for me. And then I had the over 233 and a half points between the Hornets and the Warriors. That almost cashed, but the stupid game didn't. I picked Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers. They're on money line plus 116. That covered. I picked the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors plus 11 and a half on the spread. They lost 27-20 at home against Wyoming, so they covered that one. And then I picked Cal Poly, the Mustangs, against UC Davis to cover 24 and a half. They got their butts whooped, so I went 2-1 college there. Then NBA, I only won one there, so it was really pretty bad. So it was bad there. We had the early games here. The early games, I took a big fat L picking the Raiders, Carolina, and the Panthers here. That game was an L, and then let's see, Falcons over 40, Falcons and Panthers over 41. Let's check on that there. Oh yeah, that went shit. Falcons then went shit. That went 71 points right there. Yeah. So definitely that was a cash there. That was a cash there. The Dolphins, they won by 4, so that cashed. Patriots, Patriots and Jets over 40. No, I think that was L too, I believe. Yes, yes, it was 39. They went 39 points, so that was a L there. That was a big fucking L. Big fucking L there, and Steelers and Eagles here, so over 43 here. Oh yeah, I went 48, so that one cashed for me at least. It's that one cashed here. All right, so we lost the Raiders game. We lost the over 40 points in the Patriots game barely. We had the under 48 and a half in the Vikings that went over obviously. We had the under 42 and a half in the Cowboys. We should have just took the Cowboys outright. We had the over 43, so we lost four, won 3 in the early ones, so that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. That was a lot better than my college picks. That's I'll say that. And then uh, then my first early game player prop. I had Derek Carr to throw an interception. That was a W. I had Chris Olave have over 68 and a half receiving yards. He got an L for me. I had Jalen Hurts to have a rushing touchdown. He didn't get a rushing touchdown. I had Tua to have over 5.5 rushing yards. He got the dub. And DeAndre Swift to have either rushing or receiving. He definitely got that. So I had 1, 2, 3. So if one of those other guys, if Chris Olave or Jalen Hurts would have cashed for me, I would at least got 250 on the underdog site here. That's where I've been winning a lot of the player parlays. We click off that here, and then we had basically our we did I did this I never did I've never done a second half team parlay here. I took the Saints. I took the New Orleans Saints money line minus 111. That was easy. That covered. I mean, I took the Lions when they were leading. I took the Jets when they were leading. Both were plus money, and they both took L's. I took the Cowboys minus 3.5. That was minus 105. That was a W. I took the over 19.5 and the Panthers and the Falcons. That cashed, and then the over 21 and a half between the Steelers and the Eagles. That did not cash there, but still we uh, we did okay there. We did okay. We did 500 there. First time doing it. First time betting it. And then we had our W L L and the Spurs. I'll have to check on that one. I'll have to check on the Spurs one here for a second here. From last night. That went 205. Oh, that went good. All right. Oh, man, that one's L. All right, so we had an NFL NBA parlay as far as the afternoon games in the NFL and the NBA games. I took the over 39.5 points in the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. I was probably higher than tight because knowing that the quarterbacks were playing, so that was an L. I took the Colts -3. Little did I know the Colts were winning by 6. They lose by 1. Could have had a chance at the end, but Michael Pittman dropped a pass they could have caught, and if they would have been able to have another shot, they could have a shot to kick a field goal and win. Yeah, it would have fucked my parlay, but I would have felt better about it. I had the over 42 in the Niners and Rams. That definitely went over that. I had the under 47 points in the Bills and the Packers here. I had the Giants +3. They would have had it if their special teams didn't fuck up twice. The Orlando Magic, they got beat up by the Mavericks, and then I had the under 238.5 between the Spurs and the Timberwolves here. So we were 3-3 there, or 3-4. So not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Our defensive player prop, we were kind of close. Dory Jackson had almost a chance to get 2 touchdowns in it if I would have picked, but we didn't win that one there. So that was a bust. And then I had my last 2 player props that I had here. I had Malik Willis to throw an interception. He got that. I had Damon Pierce to get a rushing or receiving touchdown. He got that. I had Christian McCaffrey to have over 37 yards receiving. He got that. I had Kenneth Walker III to get a touchdown. He had that. And then Sam Ellinger, I had him going over 217. I probably should have put under. I probably should have put under 217 because I would have cashed by 15 yards. He went 201, so he was about 16 or 15 or 16 yards short of that. So I did cash. So I did get 250. And then my NBA parlay that I did yesterday, I had Jaylen Brown to have over 2.5 3-pointers. He had 4, so he cashed. I had Draymond Green to have under. I put the under, but I ended up taking the over, which I probably should have took the under. I probably got the W there because he was at 22, but they took away one of his rebounds. Then I took Cade Cunningham to have over 21 points. He scored over that. I had Donovan Mitchell to have over 27.5. He surely did. And I had Pablo Branchero to score over 22.5 points. He did not. So maybe I'm going to calm down a little bit on this Pablo Branchero player prop, picking him for a bit here. But I do definitely is a great player. Definitely solid number 1 pick here. Definitely. I mean, Orlando's not regretting anything of their selection. So yeah, so we won 1 player prop yesterday, so that was cool, man. That was a cool fucking business. So all right, so we're down to nit grits now here. We're gonna start looking at the player bet parlays here. I want to see if the I want to try to see if they got the NBA one back up here. Let's see. See if I can bet these Philadelphia 76ers here. All right, let's put I want to put Philadelphia 76ers money line there. There we go. All right. All right, so that's gonna do it there. Here we're gonna do our Philly two-step here. All right, we got it in here. We're gonna write it down here. Let's write this down here. We got our multi-sport parlay here for 10/31 Halloween. We're gonna call it the Halloween multi-sport parlay. Okay, Halloween multi-sport parlay 10/31. All right, so we got the Bengals here, the Cincinnati Bengals here, -3 here on the spread. I've had luck. I've had luck so far this season betting them here, so it's not like taking the Philadelphia Phillies here, taking the Phillies to take down the Astros here. Win at home here, plus 104 here. I'm taking the oh yeah, we're taking the 76ers too. I'm gonna put the 76ers here right next to him. 76ers money line, and that is -138 here. I believe -138. Yeah, -138. All right. -138. Then we have the Hornets here. The Hornets on the money line here. Plus 123 here. I got the Hawks money line here. That's plus 103. And then I took the under 224.5 points between the Pistons and the Bucks here. -110. And then I took the Grizzlies. We're taking the Grizzlies -2 on the spread here. And that's -110 here. All right, we're risking $1 here. We can cash out tonight if all 7 of these parlays cover here at $105.42. So there you have it. We'll read it off once again. We took the Bengals -3 on the spread. That's -120. We took the Philadelphia Phillies to beat the Astros outright on the money line, plus 104. We took the Philadelphia 76ers money line, -138. We took the Charlotte Hornets money line, plus 123. The Atlanta Hawks money line, plus 103. We took the under 224.5 points between the Pistons and the Bucks. And we took the Grizzlies -2. And our dollar will turn into $105.42 if they all cover. They all have to cover their respected parlays. So basically, we have one over under, we have 2 spreads, and we have 4 money lines. So I like to mix it up a bit, not bet it all one way, do it this way, do that way, just kind of pick where. So that's kind of where I'm led to right now. So we will definitely get down to business there. All right, so that way people can boogie down. Yeah, boogie on downtown. Yeah, so all right, so let's look at the props here. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at them here. Let's look at the because we're not that what we like to do sometimes is we like to we like to bet the NFL player props and we like to do the NBA ones here. So, but I had to wait to do my thing because they fucking the 76ers game and all that. They yeah, they just put it back on. So I had to take the Philly two step today, Michelle. I'm taking the Phillies and the 76ers on money line. I'm taking Bengals -3. No. Well, I'm just making one teams, and I'm just thinking about what I'm doing for player props. All right, we got the misery over here, the big player props winner over here, props winner, and should be winning the team thing on Thursday. So hopefully we get this week here. We got a misery's picks over here. Well, you can put your thing right here if you want.
My first pick, I went Sixers money line, Hornets money line, Pacers money line, Raptors money line, Bucks money line, Jazz money line, Rockets money line. That'll be 243. And my second bet, I did Wizards money line, Kings money line, Hawks money line, Nets money line, Pistons money line, Grizzlies money line, and Clippers. That's made 135. And then my crazy bet, I did Pacers money line, Pistons money line, Browns money line, and that game to go over 45. That'd be 109.
Nice.
The Pacers are plus 265, and the Pistons are plus 568.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could go over tonight. I think the game could go
I
over.
think so with the running game. Like if the Browns run with Chubb, I mean you can't go wrong with
Right. I mean,
the running game.
right. The only way it's gonna be is like this becomes like a one-dimensional run game, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, the Browns want to, but Browns got too much holes on defense. That's gonna hurt them because I mean, it doesn't matter if Chase is playing or not. I mean, Burrow's still gonna spread the field. And
Oh yeah, you got the kick-ass line.
yep, I got the kick-ass costume too. It's just I hate the thing because it's like it's so big on me and shit. I know the Obama. I know Obama with the white. It's really white. It's really white, Obama.
Or it was like there was a sticker. If it was a sticker, it would have came off.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like the same thing like that too. It's probably the paint. So yeah. No, I was wearing the jigsaw thing. I was all talking like him and shit, going crazy. Nobody, at least nobody there. I'm alright. I'm probably gonna. I'm probably gonna have the. I'm probably gonna because
I remember this one.
probably because I fucking probably because I like the music and shit. I'm probably gonna be the Jabberwockies when I hanging out candy, so that way people still probably be afraid. You got the monkey mask. Just put a big old blunt in there. Put the blunt in his mouth.
Like a cigar.
Yeah, like a cigar and
I
shit.
remember it was Drunken Monkey. That was what this was when I was.
Oh yeah, the drunken monkey. Yeah, the drunken monkey. Yeah, I already went through all my bad picks. I tell them about my bad picks and shit and all that. Fantasy, I'm doing okay. I mean, there's some teams I'm probably gonna lose because somebody's got Burrow because I have Joe Burrow. Yeah, they have Jack Sparrow too. Yeah. Well, that's my Class A belt here. Yeah, put no guns on there. I don't know. They got guns on here. I don't know.
Technically, it was a monkey that had one, so.
Yeah, well, they don't care. You can't show knives or guns or anything. You can't even show. Can't even show. Well, that's happening with the saw mask. I was like,
Be this for that catch.
you pirate Goofy or Pluto or no, it was Goofy. Yeah, it was long. Is it
It'd be weird having this with one eyeball. That's a good eye. Just have it up here.
Halloween night hoops too. See, in this one, it's a 6 person draft. So you gotta draft against other people. See, I would hate to do that shit. I just rather do like the pick'ems.
Jack Sparrow. Be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, so we got the NFL one here.
And you can have a shot of rum. Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean. My nutty dreadlock.
I mean, it would be less fucking. Be able to breathe.
The dreadlock Rasta.
Be able to breathe though.
Yeah. Yeah, we do our player props now. Player props. Yeah, do the player props. I got them up right now. I'm looking up on here. Look at the NFL. Well, the NFL doesn't start right away, so I got to go on the NBA first. All right, so Fear the Beard. No, we're not picking your props today. Fear the Beard. Maybe points. Maybe. Because I mean, otherwise. Well, shit. Dude. He's only scored 18, 11, 15. He really hasn't had a big game yet. So I don't know. Is tonight the night he's due for it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. What about Tyrese Maxey here? Kind of like Maxey a little bit here. Maxey, he had 14. So yeah, he kind of came down. He kind of came down to earth a little bit here. So maybe stay away from that. Bradley Beal. I mean, Bradley Beal usually he's got to hit 1.5 3-pointers. I mean, he had 31. He had 13. He had 12. I mean, he's going against Philadelphia. So I mean, I don't know how many. Let's see. Oh, an opener of a home and home series. I mean, yeah, Joel Embiid's kind of. Well, Bradley Beal gets points, and he does get rebounds too. I mean, they do shoot threes as well here. I mean, Bradley Beal here. I'm sure of it here. I'm sure he's more than capable of hitting more than 1 3 here. Let's look at his game logs here. His game log last game was yesterday. He hit 2. He hit 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. So I think for me, first one I'm gonna do Bradley Beal. He hits more than 1 3. So he hits 2 3s here against Philadelphia. Especially Joel Embiid's not there. Oh man, that but it might be more of an inside game where, inside presence here. So all right, so we got De'Aaron Fox here. And we got Sabonis. I mean, Sabonis, he had a bunch of points too, right, last game? Yeah, he had 18. He had 18, 11, 19. I mean, to have over 16 against the Hornets, I mean. Then we got Kevin. Then we got Keegan Murray. He cashed for me that one day. He had 22 against Miami. Can he have over? Can he have an 18 tonight against Charlotte though? Here.
Fucking LeBron. Fuck my bag. Alright, Deb?
I don't know.
Fuck
Maybe
dick in his ass.
maybe stay away
Never
from that.
giving unibrow fucking cash. Is he Embiid not playing tonight?
He's
I have him on here.
they don't know yet.
Well, don't
He's got illness, so they don't have him on there. So he,
17 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 26 points. I mean, does he put 26 points? Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, does he put 26 points?
I'm thinking either Dejounte Murray or I'm doing Trey Young here. See, I know for sure Trey Young has been going off, but he's got to get what?
Durant,
He's got to get 28 and a half.
26. Yeah, 32.
Dejounte Murray. Murray's starting to score a little more. He had 26-21. I guess, He had 6 assists. So do I say he gets 7 tonight or below that? I mean, I don't know.
5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Pacers. I'll go with Durant. Should be able to go out.
Scotty. See now, Scotty Barnes to get a block here.
You picking Trey Young?
I thought about it, but
2 points.
I might want to pick Scotty Barnes though.
Pick one. I'll pick Trey Young. I picked Trey Young and Durant so far.
I mean, he had 16 points, but he hasn't really he didn't,
Pascal.
and that's
He had 26
he had
rebounds, 6 assists.
yeah. See, the thing is he doesn't get blocks though. See, that's the thing. Like, I, rebounds. I mean, him to get 7. I mean, rebounds and assists. I mean, he points to get 16 here. Gets Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's one of those teams where they can get scored on. So yeah.
Giannis, huh?
Well, my first pick, I picked Bradley Beal to make 1-3 because he's made
Think Giannis can make 3-pointer?
he shoots them.
He only needs to make 1.
Ooh, did I pick Cade? Cade covered for me.
He needs to make 2 if I pick 2. So if I go lower and it's 1, does that mean if it's 2 then if it's 1 it cashes, right? If you
What?
go lower, he has to make 1. So if you do higher, that means
He's got to get 2.
okay. So what if he only gets 1? So I pick lower.
Yeah, you're trying to say 1 or
I
lower.
mean, I don't know how many 3-pointers he makes. It doesn't say 3-pointers on here.
That's why I always go to these things. That's why I go. Well, I gotta just what's the team right here. That's why I always go to the teams here.
Giannis.
Well, because that's the same thing with Cade Cunningham. I like to take his thing. Undefeated Bucks look for more success in meeting with Pistons here. So Bucks are undefeated. They're still without Chris Stapps here. Let's see, Giannis.
Holiday has to make 3. I know he makes 3-pointers.
Game log. Yeah, I mean shit. He went 1 for 1 against the Hawks. He made 1 at 6, 1 at 4, 2 at 3, 1 at 3. So he hits 1. He hits at least 1. There's 1 game in the season he's made 2.
So I just go low. Should I go lower? So at least it's 1.
I would. I mean, it's not like he's gone like 3 or 4. He had 1 game with 2. The rest he's hit at least 1. Like some games like he's attempted 6 against the Knicks and they're at home. He attempted 4 at Brooklyn at home. So at home he seems to attempt a little more.
George is the player I had.
I'm gonna see about Cade Cunningham here.
He didn't play last time, man.
Who?
Paul George.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Milwaukee's the only undefeated team. Then you got Cleveland, you got Boston, Atlanta. Fucking Bulls are 3-4 down here with the Philadelphia, but
15 points.
I mean, look at Dallas. Dallas is 3-3. Because right now, this shows you all the teams that would make the playoffs right now. And if you look at this, look at the Warriors aren't even up here. The Warriors aren't even up there in the West. Like these are the teams that this was a playing game. If this would have fucking had the end of the season, I'm telling you.
All right, so I got Durant. He has to get 33 points. Trae Young's got to get 29. Pascal's got to get 26. Giannis has to get one or lower than one 3-pointer. And I got Jalen Green doing less than 21 and a half.
Yeah, this is why I wouldn't want to take his threes because he's hit 2, 1, 4, 0, 1, 0, 1. On the road, he hit against Indiana. He hit 4. At home against Orlando, he hit 2. But that's it. He has to hit over 1.5, or I just say he hits 1. But I don't know. I'd rather take a chance on his points here. Knowing well, he's got to get 22 though, and sometimes that's hard to do. But that's so far what I have. What about Jaden Ivey? What did he do last game? Because he might be somebody I might want to instead of maybe Cade. He had 15, so he has to have over 12. So maybe I do that. Maybe I'll take Jaden Ivey's, and then I'll take Cade Cunningham's off here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be real dicey. You know. Jalen Green. I mean, he's been doing pretty good, right? 5 points wise. He has to get what? Over 21, yeah. Wait, how many assists he has to get? Over 2? Oh, he's had 2. He's had 2. Two's been like his max. Yeah. Ooh, what about my guy Spagoon to get 14? Let's see. I mean, he had 14. He had 16. If I take maybe points and rebounds, maybe points and rebounds, we get 23. I mean, he's had. They're playing against the Clippers. I mean, I wouldn't see. Uh, 26 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's see. Oh, he did. Yeah, shit, he did pretty good. I mean, if he gets the playing time, that's the only thing that worries me. So maybe I will take. Shit, I mean, I'd love to take him higher. Or maybe take lower. Even though he probably should. I mean, he probably should dominate. I mean. Yeah, they won't. I mean, I can't even pick John Moran or what.
I didn't see them on there at all.
Let's see. Javid Carter here. Well, he had 2 steals at home against Brooklyn. Then he had 2 blocks, 1 steal. Then he just had 1 steal against the Hawks. And now they're playing against Pistons today. Should I put like well, I don't know. See what he played. Well, he only played 15 minutes, 32, 25. So if he plays 33, I like it more. But he's not. I don't think he's starting. So I like to stay away from him. Unless I take like points, rebounds, assists, he gets lower than he's lower than like I mean that's what I would do. Like if I see somebody I can like, I know for sure this guy's not gonna. My dude right here is my dude. Points, rebounds. I mean, he's had 12 here. Do I just say lower for him, or do I say? I mean,
Forever, Cole. You just need to pick.
Clint Capella. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna take Dejounte Murray tonight. Yeah, let's go with Dejounte.
Bradley Beal
Yeah, so these are the ones I'm taking.
for 1.53 pointers.
Yeah, that he's gonna. Yeah, that he's gonna make over.
Then Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes, he's gonna have he's gonna have higher than 16 and a half. Good old Scotty. I was trying to wait for the. I was thinking that I wanted to pick John Morant, but I don't know if Morant's playing tonight or whatever. So because I didn't see it on there. Because I think
Barnes for what?
points.
16?
Yeah, 16 and a half points to go over.
Alright.
And then Jaden Ivey to go over 12 and a half points. Higher.
Okay.
And then, well, then we got Alperin Sagoon. He's that center they drafted last year. He was kind of hurt last year. He played well. He's supposed to be the starting center, but
Lower than 25.
or lower than 26 and a half.
26 and a half. Lower. That's the bottom one.
Yeah, the points, rebounds, and assists.
Then,
And then Dejounte Murray to have higher than 19 and a half.
what team's he on?
He's on Atlanta. He's underneath Trae Young. figured, you know. All right, so we'll go NBA. DeJounte Murray higher than 19 and a half. Player prop parlay.
Sharks.
Bradley Beal.
Time for football.
Yep.
Man, I got close last night. Goddamn Josh Allen. Bag, you know. He only got 2 touchdowns.
Alright, we got Scotty Barnes, my man Scotty. Scotty Barnes, Scotty. got Jaden Ivy here. Over 12.5 points here. Then we got Al Spurrin Sin Good. I have under. The only under I have here. Under 26.5 points. Plus rebounds. Plus assists. And then my man DeJounte.
Burrow. 2 touchdowns.
DeJounte Murray
289 and a
have
half.
over 19.5 points.
16 rushing yards.
All right.
He had 481 against the Lions. 2 attempts. Touchdown.
We go 5 for 5 here.
1 touchdown.
And then
Maybe we go with yards. 289 total yards.
all right, let me. All right. Then me and my sister right now we make our little combined bet here for the football here, Monday Night Football here, player prop here. So what we doing? Start off Joe Burrow right now or what?
69 and a half rushing yards.
Joe Burrow 2 passing touchdowns. I mean,
He had 58 last game. So that wasn't
Joe Burrow were 16. I mean, shit. He's probably. Let me see how much has he ran over. Yeah, I mean he's ran 20 and 25 in the last 2 games. I would take it. I would take his rush yards. I think he has to. I think he's gonna have to run a little bit tonight. You know, I mean, the obvious would be him passing yards, but I mean, obviously with Chase, I, Joe Mixon would be somebody else too that wouldn't mind taking props on, or Tyler Boyd. I mean, Tyler Boyd might be. I mean, I know T Higgins. I mean, who knows? Maybe this dude, who's this Mitchell Wilcox? Is he like a center? Is he like a tight end or something? He got targeted last week. Dude, for him to have over a yard and a half. Dude, do we just take it just because yard? He has to get 2 yards receiving. Why not? We did James Cook yesterday, right? Mitchell Wilcox here. Wilcox here.
He had 18 rushing yards. Say he can get 4 if he gets 13.
Ooh, Chubb to get a touchdown. Ooh.
Yeah, Chubb definitely gonna get a touchdown, bro. We definitely need to pick that.
Ooh. Do you want to do Cooper? People. Let's see. People's had 6 receptions, 71 yards. Yeah. And he had 74 yards, and he had 4 receptions. He has to get what? How many?
3.5.
He has to get at least 4. I mean, 4 receptions, or the 44 yards. I mean, or the fantasy. I mean, well, fantasy. He scored 18 last week, but I'd probably take his yards or
His yards.
yeah,
Get 45.
yeah, 45 yards. I mean, what about? Let's see, Cooper. Cooper, did he get targeted? Coop got targeted 3 times.
Well, let's go T Higgins or Boyd.
Right, I think T Higgins or Boyd. I think either one of them.
Higgins had 93 yards last game.
So should we go Tyler Boyd? Maybe gets.
He had 155 yards, 8 receptions.
Damn. So they both kind of.
They both get the ball.
Right, and so now the chase is not out both.
So if he has less yards, so if we go higher with him, it'd be better because he has to get 80 yards.
All right, I don't hate it.
62. All right,
Let's go.
it's in.
All right. Let me write it. Let me write it down here. So we got our Monday night player parlay here. Let's see. We got Halloween, Monday night football player parlay. We got Joe Burrow to rush for over what?
He's got to get 17.
Rush over 16 and a half yards. All right, the next one we have
Boyd higher than 61 and a half receiving yards.
Tyler Boyd. Oh, yeah, I'm like, well, to have over 61 and a half receiving yards. Then
Mitchell Wilcox
Mitchell Wilcox
higher than 1.5 receiving yards.
to have over 1.5 receiving yards. So he does have just 2 fucking yards receiving yards.
And Nick Chubb has to get a touchdown.
Nick Chubb
Touchdown.
get a rushing TD.
And then Donovan Peoples Jones has to get higher than 44 and a half.
Donovan Peoples Jones to get over 44 and a half yards. Whoops. Spelling yards wrong. My bad. Oh man, I'm fucking over here. Fucking up. Fucking up. Fucking up. Fucking up. Fucking up. Receiving. All right. That's player props. All right. And then you usually make a second half one, but we didn't make one yesterday, but it's okay because we didn't. All right, so get them all right here. We get five. We go 5 for 5 here. We get our 10. But if we miss one, we get 250 here. If you get 4 out of 5, so all right. So last night Josh Allen, we should have had him under, and Gabriel Davis. I told hey man, the guy said, yeah, you should basically take Gabe Davis over Brandon Ayuk, and I was wrong for that. And I'll admit that I was wrong. I mean, this week should hopefully you play Brandon Ayuk over because I didn't even know Debo was out. See, if I would have known Debo wasn't playing, I would have definitely said take Brandon Ayuk instead of fucking Gabriel Davis. I mean, that'd have been no brainer right there.
No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer. But that's we'll do a little recap here. Recap of what our player bet props are, what our plays are for tonight, and then we're gonna get off here and we're gonna relax and chill and get hyped and get ready for these games and enjoy Halloween. Try to hand some candy. Got to get costume ready here pretty soon because a couple hours it will be dark, so the kids will be out trying trick or treat. So definitely, if you're out there trick or treating, please be safe and make sure there is somebody with your kids. They're not by themselves, or watch what kind of candy and shit is and this and that. Just don't go willy nilly eating shit thinking that it's gonna be fine and you won't and somebody's not putting something in there. I mean, as kids, we had to worry about people putting razor blades and fucking needles and pins and I mean, nowadays you don't know what the fuck people are putting in that shit. Drugs, just injecting shit in there or whatever. You don't know what the fuck. Not saying that we should be paranoid and not trust people, but we can't be just gullible and think everybody's fucking not gonna be out here to hurt people. You know. So, all right. So let's go with our first bet here, which is our team bet here. We took the Bengals -3. We took Phillies money line. We took the 76ers money line. We took the Hornets money line. We took the Hawks money line. We took the under 224.5 points between the Pistons and the Bucks. And we took the Grizzlies -2. That if that cashes, that will net us $105.42. We got our NBA player bet prop here. Took Bradley Beal to make over 1.5 3-pointers. I took Scotty Barnes to have over 16.5 points. I took Jaden Ivey to have over 12.5 points. I took Alperen Sengun to have under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So, and last but not least on that one, I have DeJounte Murray to have over 19.5 points, so he's got to score 20 tonight. So if all 5 cash, I win $10. If 4 out of 5 cash, then I win $2.50. All right, then we got our Monday night parlay. Me and my sister combined together. We took Joe Burrow to rush for over 16.5 yards, Tyler Boyd to have over 61.5 yards receiving, Mitchell Wilcox to have over 1.5 yards receiving, Nick Chubb to get a rushing touchdown, and Donovan Peoples-Jones to get over 44.5 yards receiving. All right, so those are the player props for today. This is the Fresh and Funky Halloween special. I had the, you know, I had, special thanks to Jigsaw here. I had the Jigsaw mask on here. So make sure that there's no games being played with you, okay? Tonight, make sure you're not going to end up in a Jigsaw dungeon. All right? Everybody take care. Have a blessed, wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow with a whole line of sports we're going to get into tomorrow. So, for Fresh and Funky, aka Kenny Ken, please take care. If you celebrate, whether you're celebrating the Halloween or if you're a Christian, you're celebrating harvest time, have a safe and wonderful, blessed holiday, even though it's a pagan holiday.